Namaskar. This is the most important video to watch before practicing asanas. Yoga and asanas, like any other physical practice, require the fulfillment of certain requirements, rules, and recommendations. Before practicing any complex of asanas, it is very important to watch a video on each asana, where the technique, indications, and contraindications are described for each asana. There are some special rules to follow before attempting any asanas. So, the first rule: before you go to the mat, you must first clean up and then wash in cold water. If you have no access to a shower or bath, then it is necessary to at the very least cool the hottest parts of the body. That is the center, our navel, behind it is the point of projection, our feet, shins, arms, elbows, neck, face, behind the ears, and the top of the head. You can also simply rinse your mouth and spray your eyes. This short ablution is called a half bath. It calms the nervous system, restores calm, even breathing, and settles your heartbeat. You start to practice very consciously, calmly, and your mind is also very calm and harmonious. You can begin to fruitfully and quietly practice. The next rule is about the practice of yoga itself. You should be in a closed room, and it is better if it were to be ventilated in advance, but there should be no drafts. There should be a mat or rug or blanket on the floor. That is, you should not be touching the cold floor. This is protection from hypothermia, in order not to harm the secretions of our internal glands. The next rule is that practice is always done either on an empty stomach after fasting, or 2 to 3 hours after a regular meal. If you ate something small, had yogurt or tea, it might take maybe half an hour to an hour, but be sure that your stomach is at rest, so that the food does not disturb your practice, as it may harm your internal organs, or throw off your rhythm, or, most importantly, might throw off your awareness of the asana practice itself. After you finish, wait half an hour before eating, and 10 minutes before drinking, taking a shower, or washing. We do not, however, recommend taking a shower immediately after practice, as during our physical exercise, the secretion of internal glands produces a special enzyme onto the skin, and it should remain there for some time. We also perform a self-massage in order to rub the secretion into the skin, as it is useful for improving the structure, elasticity, and vibrancy of our body and skin, which brings health and beauty. And one of the most important rules is to wear tight-fitting underwear. Any extra superfluous clothing will only disturb you. For women, there is regular underwear, and for men, there is special yoga underwear called the Langota. We recommend it when practicing yoga. In the videos on our course, you will notice that I mirror you as I perform asanas. This is done so that you can comfortably repeat certain cycles of movements. Be mindful that I perform the correct version of the asana and mirror it in relation to you. There are 2 additional and complementary rules that affect the effectiveness and productivity of your practice, and these are to do with nutrition. First of all, your diet should be lacto-vegetarian, which will improve the workings of your muscles, support your motor system, the skeleton, breathing, and cardiovascular systems. And the second rule is not eating for 3 hours before practicing yoga. That is, it is better to carry out any exercise on an empty or fasting stomach. Another very important rule for practicing asanas and meditation is breathing. Ideally, both nostrils can breathe well, but the left nostril is more important. If you feel that the right nostril is clearer than the left, then you need to do a little exercise. Lie down on your right side and place a pillow or your hand underneath your head, and then spend 3 to 5 minutes just lying down and waiting. Then the left nostril should open. Or you could put some pressure on the opposing armpit, directing your knee there, and sit in this pose for a little while. Put pressure on the lymph node, blocking the flow of this lymph channel through the right armpit. Here you also sit for 3 to 5 minutes. You will feel that your left nostril opens up and your breathing becomes more comfortable. Only the basic package makes an exception to this requirement, as it can be performed with any breathing. After performing any asana complex, in the end it is necessary to practice Shavasana, that is, deep conscious relaxation. Of course, before doing this, you should perform a self-massage to relax your body and jumpstart the secretion of your internal glands. You should complete a deeper Shavasana at the end of a practice than between complexes or individual asanas. Ideally, it should be about 10 minutes, but this may change according to your rhythm. Now, what does Shavasana mean? It is inaction, relaxation, the acceptance of outcomes, and a thank you to your body. And what should be done during the Shavasana? Just relax, lie down, do nothing, take in your new state, and be thankful for the practice. It is not recommended to go directly outside after yoga. It is better to spend some time inside. But if you are in a hurry, be sure to dress warm. Take a breath in the warm room and exhale out in the cold, so as not to immediately get cold air in your lungs after practice. It is also not recommended to perform serious physical exercises, such as running, going to the gym, swimming, or going to a sauna or bath. We recommend simply relaxing or getting a massage, which will be very beneficial for your body and state of mind. You will notice that in our course, many asanas are done while holding your breath. This increases the effect of each asana, and especially helps the workings of the endocrine system. Additionally, many asanas are not recommended on a mixed diet, the only exception there being those that are suitable for everyone. These are the asanas for meditation: the Siddhasana, lotus pose, the Padasana or semi-lotus, or simply meditating with crossed legs, and the 3 asanas from the base complex. All other breath-holding asanas are recommended only when you are on a lacto-vegetarian diet. All the rest can be simply done without the breath-holding, to protect yourself from harming your body and psyche. One of the most important contraindications in the practice of yoga is monthly periods and pregnancies over 3 months, as well as the month after a birth. At this point, it is better to do relaxing, calm asanas, or asanas that open up the pelvis. And the most important thing is that any yoga practice should bring you only benefit and pleasure. You should never be forcing yourself. Perform any and every asana to the limits of your comfort. All physical exercises and practices we perform should be done only within the limits of our abilities. We should gain benefit and pleasure without causing discomfort and harm, and we can always choose some method of compensation for each asana. Feel free to perform the compensation, but if you feel you can go further, then next time do the classical version. Always be careful and take care of yourself, and do not rush things. Have fun with your practice. Be healthy and happy. Namaskar.